Hello and welcome to another lesson with Mr. Burns. I'm going to look at the equation of a straight line. We're going to rearrange algebraically an equation and determine the gradient and the y-intercept. Now this lesson's part A and we're going to look at gradients which are all positive. Okay, so m greater than 0. So we're going to build up to an equation like this. Okay, so the equation has got variables, numbers, left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Okay. Every straight line equation takes this form, y equals mx plus c. Okay, so we're going to apply rules to this equation to extract the gradient and the y-intercept. Alright, so we'll leave this one for later, right? We'll come back to it and I'll just take you through some questions. Okay, so every question will ask you what is the gradient of the line with the equation or what is the y-intercept, right? So let's look at the first one. Let's just take it right back to basics. Okay, so y equals 3x plus 5. Gradient is 3. Y-intercept is 5. Okay, so we should have a wee idea watching the gradient videos or the ones earlier on. Gradient is 3, so that's a steep line, right? Steep line going through 5. Okay, so not do the drawing for everyone. I'd like you to think about that yourself, but just making connections with everything else. Alright. So second one, again, we'll just keep it straightforward. This is almost like a warm-up activity, something you might do on the show me boards. Okay, so you might see what I've done there. So gradient is 5, intercept is 3. Okay, keep going. Now these types of questions seems to cause problems. Okay, so the fact that there's not a number there that you can see visually doesn't mean that there's no number, right? The coefficient, right, so the number multiplying the x, in this case is a gradient, the coefficient it isn't 0, okay, because you can't see a number, right? If you multiply a number by anything and it remains the same, well not anything, a number, and it remains the same, then it's 1. Okay, so by default, I'm not writing this one in here. Okay, right, and our y-intercept is 3. Okay, right, let's keep going. Right, time to move it up a notch. Have a wee think about that. Question to ask yourself, what's the same and what's different to the ones that we've done before? Okay, we have to bear in mind this general equation. Okay, y equals mx plus c. Is it in this form? No. So we are going to rearrange algebraically to determine. Okay, when you get more fluent with this, you will be able to extract that. But looking at this, there's a tendency just to think, oh, they're all the same, right? But we need to move on, we need to challenge ourselves. So this is incorrect. Okay, and pause the video, have a look at it yourself. Okay, so rearranging this equation, right, the left hand side is still equal to the right hand side. So y minus 5x is equal to 3. So whatever numbers x and y take, they must be equal to 3. Right, the technique we use is changing the side, inverting the operation. The operation here is minus, inverting that operation across the equal sign would be plus. Alright, so the y stays on the left hand side, we haven't done anything to that. Minus 5x plus 5x, 0. Now, this here, because we solve equations and we're learning to add things on and do they go at the end, do they go at the start, we need to be sure that we understand that 3 plus 5x is exactly the same as 5x plus 3. Okay, if you add two things together, it doesn't matter which way around you do it. Okay, once you've rearranged it, and if you're happy with this form, extract the gradient in the y-intercept. If you need more time to convince yourself, or you need another process, then you're rearranging it into this form. Gradient is 5, y-intercept is 3. Okay, and you'll see that that there was the exact same question as the one that we'd done earlier on. Okay. Alright, visually they don't look the same initially, but look at where the equals is, right? But the left hand side is still equal to the right hand side. Okay. Right, let's do one more that's the same as that before we change it. Okay. Pause the video and have a go at yourself. Alright, so again, is it of this form? No. Change the side, invert the operation. Okay, the more practice you do these, the more you get used to just writing it in that form. Y equals mx plus c, y equals mx plus c. Okay, so why don't you have a go at a couple more, and then I'll follow up with another video for you. That'll take on something more challenging, right? So why don't you even have a go at some of these just now. Okay, thanks for watching.